Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
Ray, do you have any aspirations for running for office on the federal level?
At this point in time, I would say no. My aspirations is to sell more carpet. To sell more carpet, I need to get off my back. That's my aspirations, is to grow my business. So I'm willing to, I'm looking at this as an investment. I'm willing to take my time from my business and from my family to try to straighten the state out, to get them financially stable, to bring in more businesses, and then I can quit. And I can come back here and do what I love, which is selling carpet.
Very cool.
All right, well, I'm going to hit you with a couple of them here that's probably going to reach a little bit more into your roots here. Should gay marriage be a federal issue?
No. I say it needs to be a state issue. I don't want the feds telling me that down here. I mean, it's not going to happen in the South. We're the South. It's just the way it is. But the feds have no right to come down here and tell us what we should and shouldn't do.
Okay. All right. And how about abortion? Should abortion be a federal issue?
Nope. It should be a state issue.
I mean, should it even be a political issue to begin with?
I'm not, me personally, not for abortion. I am totally not for it. I have 3 beautiful daughters, and I could not imagine doing that to one of my kids. So I'm just speaking from a dad, and even if one of my daughters ended up, unfortunately, getting pregnant at an early age, at that point in time, I'm looking at, much as I love those girls, I would love their child just that much. They are a child. That was not their decision. They should not be punished for that mistake.
Okay.
So, no, you're definitely not I'm just pro-life all the way, just how I am. So I figure I'll never get elected. Even if I wanted to go to the federal, as strong as pro-life as I am, there's just no way I'd ever get elected to a federal spot.
Well, one of the things that I'm going to try to do too is kind of quiz folks on a little bit of maybe a little deeper information, and I'm just kind of curious to see something here. Do you by chance know how many powers are actually delineated to the federal government in the Constitution?
I'm thinking, there again, I haven't done my research on this, so you have to excuse me. Is it 2? Power to tax and the power to have military?
Well, actually, there's 18 powers delineated.
Okay.
But there's certainly not power to do 6,000 bills a year.
No.
So,
it's out of hand. It's completely and utterly out of hand, and the states are the only ones that can stop it. We've got to have strong enough men on the state level to stop this junk. Oh,
absolutely. Well, one question I have for you, when you look at it from a state level, I think that as a national level, the military and the defense of this country is very critical. How would you pursue on a state level trying to counter what could eventually be a growing terrorist threat in this country?
Oh, on the state level. Okay, if you here now, like say in Alabama, you've got to work with your federal government. That's one place you just got to work with the feds. Now, a lot of people that are going, oh, no, you can't work with feds. I've got a lot of good friends of mine that are FBI agents.
Okay.
We need our FBI agents working with our local law enforcement and our state law enforcement. They're law enforcement. They need to work together on everything. So, I'm for the states working with the feds on any way to protect our country, protect it.
Okay. All right. How do you feel about the new airport scanners, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
I don't like them. Yeah, but you know what? If it keeps me from being blown up when I'm in the air, I'm okay with it. You know, if I need to strip down naked because that next idiot beside me is going to blow me up, I'll strip down naked. I just don't care to go getting on a plane beside somebody with wearing a bomb in their underwear.
I always like to call them the Fruta Kaboom bomber.
Yeah. So no, I don't have a problem with them. You know, a lot of people are saying, well, they're infringing my rights. Well, there's not actually a right to fly. That is a choice.
Right.
It's a choice to drive. It's a choice to fly. It's not a right. So the airlines have the right to protect us when we're in their vehicles. So there again, it's a choice. If you don't want to fly, don't fly. If you don't want to go through a body scanner, don't go through a body scanner.
Well, and something came up not too long ago where the United States government purchased a bunch of crystalware, for example, from a Swiss company for the president. I guess my question is, and this kind of goes towards protectionism and things like that, should the United States or a state, for example, should a governor be able to come into the governor's mansion and go to, say, for example, Germany for material that could be purchased in the state?
No, we need to purchase in the states if we can. If we can, whatever we can buy, it's like buying. If I'm a state senator, one of the first things I'm going to try to set up is a rule that if you buy from the state, of business in the state, that business has a 5% advantage. In other words, if somebody's looking at putting flooring in, because that's what I do, in the Capitol building, they bid it out. You have a bid process, which I love the bid process because it keeps it honest. But if a company from Georgia's in here and they beat an Alabama company by 2%, the next lowest Alabama company automatically gets it. The only way that Georgia company could get it would beat Alabama companies by at least 6%, because it protects our companies. We're the ones paying the taxes into the state. Why in the devil aren't we protecting these men?
Okay.
We need to protect our state businesses. So
okay.
no, I'm all about buying American first, buy Alabama first.
Okay, so you would support, say, tariffs or regulations supporting Alabama companies versus other companies in the country.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. There again, it makes it a business-friendly state. It will make people want to come here and set up business.
Okay. Well, if you would just kind of expand on what do you feel